Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, we're at a customer's place. We're going to fix these ATVs here. First thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure that what the problem is. I'm going to show you a quick way how I'm going to diagnose that. But I'm pretty sure the problem is just bad carburetor, bad gas. In this industry, that's 90% of our problems. So first things we got this Baja WD250u. Good machine here. Baja Motorsports. And then we got this Kawasaki Bayou 220. So I'm gonna get the tripod set up and we're gonna check and make sure they have oil. Then we're gonna do the diagnosis, see if it's the carburetor. So stay tuned. And because these are both dead batteries from sitting so long, I'm going to have to pull start them. At least they have pull starts on them, so that's good. So let's check. Okay, it has oil, so that's good. And it looks fresh and clean. Now, all we're going to do is we're going to spray a little bit of starting fluid in and just see if it pops. So we'll turn the key onto the on position. Open up this air filter box here. I don't know if we can see that. Yeah, there we go. Of course, one of these clips are bent in. The air filter is a little dirty. And we'll just give it a boost in there. It's probably a little bit much, but hey, you know what? I'm going to give time to put that back on real quick. Okay. Now let's see. I believe nothing else needs to be done. I might have to charge these batteries. Yeah, pull starting these things ain't gonna work. So we're gonna have to put something on the battery to jump it. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. The one tool I don't own is a jump box. But Christmas is coming up, so my wife might get me one. I could hope, right? You know, I never really need them all the time, but sometimes when I do need them, then that's when I don't have them. So I got some jumper cables hooked up to my Kia. Now let's see what happens when we try to crank this thing. Oh geez. Oh, there's the horn. Oh, where's the crank on this? Is it? Oh boy. Okay, hang on, I gotta find how to crank it. Oh, there it is. Found it. Found it, guys. Found it. Okay, so we're able to start and run with the choke on. But as soon as the choke's off, the machine's off. So that means the carburetor needs to be cleaned. So we're going to bust out and we're going to get right into this. So I'm going to turn off my car, take the jumper cables off, and we're going to crack into this and get this carburetor out. Now, as Mixed Mower says, my little tiny doll hands, they're good for something, obviously, getting in these small spaces. Thank you, Mixed Mowers, for that. I love them. They're small and they could get in small places. So stay tuned with me for 1 minute, guys, and we'll get to taking off this carburetor. Let me show you down here where we're looking. Right there. That's where we got to get to. So I'm going to get the camera angled to the correct position and we'll take this off. Okay. Okay, guys, now forgive me. The main thing that I'm going to try to do is try to remove this carburetor without blocking the view too much. But it might be unavoidable. So first thing I want to do is I want to remove the hose clamp holding the air filter box and the intake to the hose clamp holding the outtake. So it's just 2 Phillips head on these clamps here. We're just going to loosen them up. We're not going to remove them all the way because then it's a pain in the ass to get them back in. But don't fret, guys. We got this. So that's pretty loose. We can move it back and forth. Now we're going to get in here to this other one. We'll hold the intake for the air filter. And hey, if you guys are new here, by the way, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. You know, we do all sorts of stuff. Technically, this small engine channel, and I consider these small engines, but I'll repair anything with a carburetor on it. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the air filter box up here, and I think it's just a few 8mm at the top, so we can do that real quick. I brought my go bag, of course, with all my important tools. I have a video on what I use in my go bag. If you guys want to check that out, you're more than welcome to. I'll have it up in the top somewhere around here. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so like I said, 2 8s on the top. 1 and 2. Oh, and drop that one. That's fine. We will pick that up. So now that we got that, I should just be able to come right up and out. Because it is now off the carburetor. You know what? Since I got it off the carburetor, I think now what we'll do actually is we'll go back down here to the carburetor. Perfect. And now we will work on removing some of these fuel lines like the overflow. And we will remove the intake. Oh, you know what? The carburetor is just going to come right out. That's fine. That's fine. So now that we got the carburetor out, now we can remove this fuel line. Which, guys, it looks like the one thing I forgot would be my needle nose. One of the most important tools I forgot to bring. That's fine. I was in a rush. My kid was acting crazy. My wife was acting crazy. But you know what? We're out here. And there's no point to fret. So, let's remove some of these cables here, like the throttle cable. Hopefully we can see what we're doing here. We're just going to pull the throttle up. Wrap that around. And now, oh, I just had it. I just had it. Okay, why does that not want to? Okay, I see. It got to come straight up. There we go. So once we get that out, I can fold that back. And now we can take our 8mm ratchet when we find it. Ratchet wrenches, great tools to have. And that's a 10, but that is really loose. So I could probably just hand do it. There we go. And it looks like that doesn't slide out, that's supposed to unscrew all the way out. So what we got to do is we got to loosen it to where we can get to this. And now loosen this all the way till it goes to the wire. Pull it up and out like that. We'll screw that back on so we do not lose it. Pretty deep. There we go. We'll put that aside. Now, looks like we got the choke. And the choke is going to be 14. And we'll take off the choke now. I know you guys are probably cringing right now because you're like, why is he not working in a shop? Why is he not at the shop? Well, buddy, I tell you, I make money going out. So now, all we gotta do is, oh, that choke part came off. That's fine, we can put that back on. So we'll put that aside. And now we gotta figure out how I'm gonna remove this fuel line without my needle nose pliers. And it looks like flathead wins the day. Now I'm going to show you how I field clean this carburetor. You guys can hear that. So it pumps good, just a little nasty. Not a big deal. Hang on. I know what you're thinking. Oh, Andrew, why are you doing that in your car? That's fine. We're going to make it done. Hopefully I can clean this up and I won't have to take it to the shop, which is probably what I should do. But you know what? We're here and we're trying to make that money as quick as possible. And since at the moment my trailer broke and I don't have a trailer, I can't move these two big ATVs to my shop. So dry as a whistle. There hasn't been gas in here in a minute. So now what we can do is we're going to go ahead and try to remove this float right here, and I want to remove that jet and that other one in the middle. So I gotta get the rest of my tools. One second. Oh, by the way, I found my needle nose pliers. I did bring them. Okay, so remember my punch here has an indent in it, so it actually helps to grab onto that float bowl keeper. And we're not going to put too much pressure, just a light, just to start moving it out. And something popped out. Oh, right here, over the jet. Okay. So that's not wanting to come out. Like I said, we just want to put light pressure. He's not wanting to move. So what we're going to do is we're going to move it around to the other side, hit it from this angle, okay, so I see the keeper thing must be on the other side. So let's see if I got something nice and thin. I probably do in my toolbox, but for now what we'll do is we'll remove the top part. Boing. It's like those snake things you see, like, whoa, can of snakes, whatever. Bam, look at that, that looks nice. But we still got some discoloration. And we'll also get in here where the overflow is. And there's another spring. I did not see that one coming. I knew about the other spring, but I did not know that spring. Okay, so I don't work on a whole hell of a lot of ATV carburetors, but I do when I have to. I like to do it. No one in town really does this, so it's only me. So you know what? If I gotta be the one to make all the money, I will. Now, why is this not coming up? I do not want to break it. I know that for a fact. There we go. That was kind of seized in there a little bit, that little part. Okay, now that we got this off, let me go find something to hit and get this float off. So I found a nail. That'll work. You know, we improvise here on this channel. We're going to pop that right there over that top. Tap that in. So I'm going to have to hold it with the pliers. I don't know why this is not coming out like it's supposed to. Just my luck. There we go. Now we can pinch and pull it. Bam! See, guys, we get it done. We'll get it done here. Just like that. We remove that. Now we got the jet. We got a few jets in here. We got one right here we can remove. Well, yes, guys, in reality, it is better to work on it at the shop. Bam, we got that jet out. Okay, so now I just need one more little tool to get this part out. You know, actually, I think we could use the pliers here if we're gentle. Bam, we got that one out, that jet. Okay, so now I'm going to spray all this down with just some brake cleaner. So let me spray it down, put it all back together, and we'll put it on the machine and see what happens. Okay, carburetor's all done. Now, if by some crazy turn of events that my field clean did not work, which I doubt it, I would have to take it back to the place and throw it through the cleaner. So now let's start by putting this choke back in right here. Hold it up, get it ready to go onto that, push it in, make sure it's still pulling. Okay, now tighten that back up. That should be on there nice and good. For the choke, we had that 14, tighten it back up. Okay, now the throttle, like before, we're gonna loop it through here, but we can't, so we gotta remove this nut all the way. Now thread it through like so. Now bring this nut up. Now I could tell because of the dirt and debris on the thing, in a sense, kind of where it was before, right about there. So bring that one, and we'll actually tighten those up once we figure out if we need to adjust it at all. So pull this back up. Okay, loop it around. And this is not fun to do. Okay, so we're going to loop it around and nail that bad boy back in there like that, and there we go. Let's make sure it throttles. And there we go. So now we're just going to plop this bad boy back in here. Like I said, we'll tighten everything down once we know for a fact we're good to go. Okay, now that that's in there, what I want to do now is tighten that clamp up here. I don't know if we can see that. Sorry for the long video, guys. I got another one to do, which, because I don't want to get brake cleaner in my eye again, because I did. Wear eye protection, fellers. I might take that one back to the house just to ultrasonic clean it and show you guys that. But you can just come to a customer's place, grab the stuff and take it back, or you could do it in the field. So now we're going to put the actual fuel line back in and the clamp. I don't like these little wire clamps. Okay, now from there, we're going to move the inlet, the air filter box, get that nice and pretty on there. Now I can actually put the box back in more. Okay, now move it to where you can actually see where you need the Phillips. So see, I can get it right there, but I want to move it down a little bit so it's easier access for whoever else wants to do it. Now I got a lot better grip on it. So I'm going to hold it in that place while I tighten it. Okay, now I just noticed my light's on. I don't know why that is. I don't need the flash. Okay, so we have everything back on besides the two air filter housing screws or bolts or whatever. So we'll put those back on right now. Oh boy, where's my tools? Hang on. The worst thing about working in the field is you have this problem where you gotta move your tools, and then, but like I said, I love the travel. There it is. So now we'll pop this bad boy up all the way so I can show you guys me putting back on this filter. Okay, so we got one 8mm right here. And remember, we dropped the other one on the ground, but we found it. Done. So now I'm going to get the jumper cables back on, put some gas in this, and let's try it, guys. Okay, got the jumper cables on. Put a little fresh gas in there. Turn on the fuel. Take care of one for 1 second, make sure there's no leak. Might have to get that thing switched up with ether. But I don't think so. That part will do no leak. We're going to overflow. Give it a chance. You don't have a good connection. There we go. Good. Let it warm up. Okay, guys, let's see. We take it for a spin and see if she runs. Pop everything off here. Put this cover back on. Take off my cable. Pop the seat back on. Now don't hate me, guys, I never rode one of these before. There she goes, she runs. Okay guys, now we're going to run the same diagnosis test with the starting fluid. on this Kawasaki here to make sure it's the same problem. Like I said, this is the best way to find out if it's your carburetor. Because if it starts and runs a little bit, we know it has spark and compression. Now let's check for oil. Oh no, where's the dipstick? No, hang on, that thing looks bone dry. But I could be way wrong, so I don't work on a lot of ATVs. That thing is looking bone dry in there. Oh boy. Oh no, never mind. There's an oil sight. I don't know if I'm supposed to see halfway or the whole way. I might add a little bit of oil just to be safe. So let me find some oil and add it. And then we'll do our diagnostic test. Okay, so I looked it up and it was about a quart low. So I added the oil. Now we're going to make sure my jumper cables have a good connection. Where's that key at? Let's see. Let's just... Okay, well I don't think we're getting that good of a connection. Let's see. Okay, I don't think we are getting a good connection. So, let me fix that. Make sure my battery's good. But then again, this could be something electrical. On this little battery. Okay, there we go. Let's make sure. Yeah. Bad connection, guys. Bad connection. It's fine. This is a Kawasaki Bayou, by the way. That 220. So let's see. Let's spray some starting fluid in there. And now let's see. And there goes the starting fluid. Actually, it did not die right away. I want to add some gas to this and see maybe if it was just low oil that caused this one not to run. So, let me see down here if the fuel's on. Because I'm thinking now maybe this could have just had bad low oil. So now what I want to do is check. Let's turn off the key. Okay, I think that gas is bad. So let me do just a little bit of work here and remove the gas, and let's see if it was just low oil. Okay guys, so 100% before I start this, I think I got to put new fuel line on because I don't know what this is. What this stuff is. But look at this gas, guys. Look at that color. So I'm going to have to drain this gas tank out. So let me go. I got to go back to the house, get supplies to remove gas so I can just dump it properly and get new fuel line. And I think that might fix it. We might need to clean the carburetor, but we'll find out. So stay tuned and we'll get this nice Kawasaki running. Okay, so I drained all the gas out of it. And now I'm going to add some of my gas mixed with some seafoam to help it clean up. But what I want to do is I want to put real fuel line and a better fuel filter, a new fuel filter on there. So that's what we're going to do now. Let me get my pliers here. Which I actually did bring. I knew I wouldn't forget them. What am I, amateur? Okay, so I don't know why they put this clear stuff on there. I am not a fan of that. So we're going to add real fuel here. Which my diameter is probably off. There we go. And now we will add the fuel filter. Onto the fuel line. Now I'll add my gas to it and make sure it's flowing right. This has seafoam in it, so it'll clear out any of that bad gas left over. I want to add a lot of it. And it'll help burn if there's still some puddles on the uneven gas tank of bad gas. It'll help burn to help combust that bad gas. Okay, nothing's flowing yet. So I'm thinking my fuel filter might not be cooperating with me properly. Okay, so let me look at that and we'll get back to you. Okay, my car's up and running. If there's a company out there that wants to send me a jumper box to review, that'd be grateful. So I don't got that good of a connection. There we go. So now let's see here. Oh, lost my connection. Stupid jumper cables. Let me check my car too. Oh, the video's long because I don't have proper equipment. Okay, so we're having a negative issue here where I can't get a good connection on this negative terminal. I think it's because it's dirty as heck. Okay, so let me get a good connection and I'll start recording again. Okay guys, so I got a good connection now. And let's see what happens. So, we're in neutral. As you can tell by the light, I don't know if you guys can see that. Move my pliers and oh boy! Oh baby! Move my plugs. Listen to that puppy purr! No, 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 don't die! Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Let's see again. Got a good connection. Let's choke it this time a little bit. So I think I am going to have to clean this carburetor. Okay, let's get to it. Okay, so I'm going to remove the carburetor from this side here. But the first thing I got to do is, because they put it on backwards, I got to remove the clamps from the other side. So bear with me a second. At least I didn't have it running long, so this muffler on this side's not hot. Phillips again. I don't know if you guys could see, but these clamps here, I might flip them around. There we go. There's one loose. And now the intake air. Yeah, it's way harder over here. Now the intake one. Okay, I think I got it loose enough to pull it off. So, now we're going to come in here with our pliers. We're going to remove the overflow and the drain. Oh, there went that one. I'll pull that one out. Now the overflow. The drain one. Okay, now see right there, that's where they should have been. But we can remove that. Well, this should just come out if you give it a little tug. Okay, this one, well, you can see how yellow that is. Okay, this one right here, though, has the choke, which make sure that's working. Okay, so, and it has a screw-on throttle on the top. So I'm going to actually go over there on the other side and see if I can't get a better grip on it. Maybe. I could see I could reach in there and undo the choke. I just don't want to take apart this whole body and this whole frame. Oh, there we go. I got the throttle actually, my hand. So I can unscrew that. Pull that out. Now I can actually get to that choke too, so let me see that. Okay, so it turns out it's pretty loose, and this bad gas is like staining my hands yellow. So there we go, we got that choke out. Hopefully that doesn't fall apart too. There we go. You know, look at all that yellow from that bad gas. And there's the carburetor. And there's my hand. Nice and yellow. Let's get her on the table. Clean her up. Okay guys, so this carburetor is actually really bad, so I had to bring it home and throw it in the cleaner. Because just look how nasty it is, and in here you can see those gas streaks. So I could only imagine that the carburetor is just as bad on the inside as the outside. So this would be one we can't field clean, but we grab it, we take it home, we clean it up, we take it back, and we fire this bad boy up. Because we know from my diagnostic test that we have sparking compression, and I still need a jumper. Okay, that's not wanting to come off, so we're going to give it a few taps. Tap, 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 tap. Come on, baby. There we go. Yeah, look at that. See, the ultrasonic cleaner will bring all this back. Okay, the keeper key will come right out. You just gotta push it out, pull it out, bam, float needle. That'll throw in there too. Now we got a jet here and a jet there. which we need a flathead. Let me find one over here. Because I know for a fact I left my flatheads in my car. So, we got a precision screwdriver to get in here, get this little jet out, see if we can't use this little one here. Yeah, there we go. Hey, little cobalt for the win. My brother's tools. I didn't feel like going, bringing my whole tool bag, just my impact. Yeah, you can see just how nasty this thing is. So, we want to remove everything that we can. We remove this idle. Throw that and the spring in there. And I think that should clean it up. Look, take a look before. Let's throw it in. It even stains my hands. That's the worst. So we're just going to submerge that. All the parts. Nasty. Put that on a 30-minute timer and we'll be good to go. It's almost time to change the water too. Okay, guys. Okay, guys, let's finish up this carburetor. So let's pull it out of the cleaner here. Look at that. Look how clean that is. No more yellow. Yeah, boy. Pull out the little baby parts. And let's get to blowing them off. So I'm going to clean everything, blow everything off, and then put it back together, and then we'll go back to the machine at the customer's house. And for me, it's going to take about 30 minutes. For you, it'll be like... Okay, guys, moment of truth here. Let me make sure there's no leakies. Nope, we're good. Now we're actually getting fuel into the carburetor. We got the green light. Switch on. See if she'll start up. Choke it. Hang on. Adjust the idle. Let's take it for a quick spin. thank you guys for watching this video. I appreciate everything you guys do for me. If you like this video, hit that like button. Subscribe for more content coming your way. Thank you guys so much. Oh, this is fun. Time to get paid. Have a good one.